Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Nigerians over time has expressed concern over insecurity and the unity of the country. Now, the reason why all of this is going on is that repeatedly we have heard almost on a daily basis now how the spark of insecurity seems to be increasing in the southeast, and oftentimes this is traceable to the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is yet to be released from prison, and it's quite a disturbing one for all Nigerians, and that's why one of Nigeria's most famous prophet has spoken again. And this time around, he's talking about the need for presidential pardon for certain class of people who, via these kind of stuff, peace may be restored somehow again to the country. We're going to give you full details of what he says precisely about Nnamdi Kanu and the need for the president to have a rethink about his release. But before we do all of that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do well hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that we get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, the General Overseer of Champions Royal Assembly, Prophet Joshua Iginla, has urged the federal government to grant Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, a presidential pardon. Iginla said if corrupt politicians can be granted a pardon, then the same gesture should be extended to Kanu. He advised the Nigerian government to grant Kanu a pardon and use him to unite the country. The clergyman spoke while addressing his members in Abuja. According to him, he says, recently, I read in the news that government of the day granted some prisoner a presidential pardon. That's a welcome idea. But sometimes I ask why. I ask myself if those ideas are factored in the unity of this country. While you are giving people a presidential pardon, why can't you give people like Nnamdi Kanu a pardon that can unite the country? If the Igbos are aggrieved, we have to do things that can make this country united. An average Igbo man would tell you that he doesn't think he is part of this country. We are more disunited in this country. I am not an Igbo man, but if people stealing money in the country can be given a presidential pardon, if people killing others are called repentant Boko Haram, why will someone crying for independence of a region not be given a pardon and call for dialogue? That is what he said. He said so many other things. If you check out it, you're going to see some of the things that he has said. And at this point, I really believe what this man is saying. Now, one of the things that points to the direction of wisdom for any leader is doing anything with an undertone. You understand? What I'm trying to say in essence is whatever decision that you must take must be such that it will achieve something visible, achieve something reasonable. At least if it cannot do the other part, let it do this part. For example, with the level of agitation in the country, one will be when such an opportunity comes for presidential pardon to be extended. One can think of unity at heart. One can think of changing the narratives for some persons. One can also think of building the cultural heritage, or let me not put cultural heritage because that really does not come in. Someone may think of once again rekindling empathy in his administration. You understand? Now, we all know that some of these guys called monarchs are being chained down with some of the arguments you have been coming up with. And such arguments are, if you say that we have to still stay in the country called Nigeria, why is it that the government is not putting structures on ground to ensure that we stay? Why is it that the common demands that we are flaunting before him, he does not consider it? Why is it that the little things that will bring about peace in the country, no one is thinking in that direction? How did this guy cure the issue of militarization in South South? Yaradua. It was just a matter of saying, grant these guys amnesty. I understand their standpoint. They are looking for, a compensation for the oil that we have been exploring from them and all of that. Before we know, the whole issue died down. Nobody talked about it again. Why? Because there was a permanent cure for it. The same thing. This guy is most of the nonsense going on in the country in terms of, killings and all of that. Most of the time, we notice that it is traceable today, no matter what these guys are doing. It is high time if we want Nigeria to continue enjoying economic progress, continue enjoying stability and all of that, stay as one. There are certain key things we have to independently as a leader do so that that will be possible. And this case of Nnamdi Kanu is nothing. Our some of the key men in the country have been meeting the president. They already met with the president, and they demanded that he should use political solution to cure this whole crisis of Nnamdi Kanu being in prison. And for me, I think that wouldn't take anything. You understand? Do it so that the lives of our security men can be protected. Now, look at what has been happening. Fairly recently, we heard what just happened in the southeast, where two military people were killed, about four of them were killed. Now, apart from that, four of them that have been killed and all of, more is going to happen. Can't we put a stop to it and say, no, it can't go further than this? Let peace be restored back. Because the truth is that lifting of gun can solve a problem, but cannot totally eliminate it. Because the truth is that violence does not have a particular ethnic group that are best in it. It's just a matter of condition of the mind. And all of a sudden, someone changes his motion and all of that. We have to cure it and start preaching peace desperately, calling people out and doing all that is expected to restore peace in certain regions. I mean, this is doable. This is overly doable. Look at the issue. What stopped the issue of NSAS? The demands were put before the government. And the government said, okay, we're going to fulfill the demand. That was how the youth displaced from, the road and went back to their houses. Okay, you guys are saying we should dismantle this so-called SARS and all of that special force. We are going to do it immediately. And before we know, everything went back to normalcy. This is what we want in Nigeria. Southeast has been under militarization and under so much insecurity for too long. We love our security people. That's why we are saying this. We love the people of Southeast. That's why we are saying this. Please, the president should have a rethink in that direction, at least to restore peace back to this country. If there's anything Nigerians desire to see is to wake up one day and you just feel that visiting a friend in the southeast and you enter your car or pay public transport and then you drive down there, visit him, stay there, and then come back. You want to go do business there, your mind is not kicking. Most northern guys were doing business there, but right now they are not. Why? Because there seems to be so much hate for them in the southeast, and with that alone, they just can't go there. You understand? Please, the president needs to consider the words of this prophet and do something speedily. This same man spoke many years ago that this same, I think 2017, this same IPOP that you guys are playing, they are using flag and you are dealing with them very soon. They will retire to using weapon. And here we are today. It's happening. The government need to wake up and do the needful. I like to leave it there. Go to our conversation. Less in